Thinking of buying a home in Georgia in 2025? You may want to hit pause. In this video, we're uncovering the top 10 cities in Georgia where home prices are expected to crash in 2025, and we're not just guessing. We're looking at real data on job trends, inventory levels, foreclosures, and migration patterns. Whether you're a first-time buyer, investor, or just watching the market, this video will help you avoid risky markets and understand why these cities are headed for a price correction. Let's dive in. Why are Georgia home prices falling in 2025? Before we break down the list, let's talk about what's driving this downturn across Georgia in 2025. High interest rates. Mortgage rates remain high, keeping monthly payments unaffordable for many buyers. Pandemic boom. Hangover. Home values in many Georgia cities spiked 30 to 60% between 2020 and 2022. That growth wasn't sustainable. Population shifts. People are leaving small or rural areas for bigger job markets or moving out of state. Rising inventory. New builds and investor sell-offs are flooding the market. More supply, less demand equals falling prices. Job market slowdowns. Cities that rely on one or two industries are especially vulnerable. Now let's look at the top 10 Georgia cities likely to see home price drops in 2025. 10. Carrollton saw strong price growth during the pandemic thanks to its proximity to Atlanta and affordable housing. But in 2025, home prices have already dipped by 6% year over year due to overbuilding and declining in-migration. West Georgia University enrollment has slowed, and job growth is flat. 9. Albany has one of the slowest growing economies in Georgia. The population is declining, and unemployment is above the state average. Foreclosure filings jumped 18% in early 2025, a red flag for price instability. 8. Rome's housing market overheated in 2021 to 2022. Today, inventory is high and buyer interest has dropped sharply. Median home prices are down 8% year over year in Q1 2025, and with rising property taxes, that trend is expected to continue. 7. Brunswick. This coastal city became a pandemic relocation hotspot, but now it's facing a double threat. Rising homeowner insurance rates due to climate risk, plus fewer buyers moving in. The result? Price declines expected to hit 10 to 12% by end of 2025. Why? Over-reliance on remote work buyers during COVID. Now that many companies are mandating return to office, demand has evaporated. Homes are sitting on the market 3 times longer than they were in 2022. 5. Warner Robins. The economy in Warner Robins depends heavily on Robins Air Force Base. With defense spending tightening and fewer base-related transfers, buyer demand is dropping. In 2025, prices have already slid 7%, and more reductions are expected. 4. Hinesville is tied closely to Fort Stewart and the military economy. With troop relocations slowing and rental markets softening, local housing is in decline. Investor-owned properties are flooding the market, and prices could fall 10 to 15% this year. 3. Macon's affordability made it a target for investors, but that demand is fading. The city now has one of the highest foreclosure rates in Georgia. Prices are already down 9% from their 2022 peak, and local incomes aren't keeping up with home costs. 2. Valdosta has a shrinking population, high unemployment, and low wage growth. These fundamentals are driving down demand. Add in high investor activity during 2021 to 2022, and the market is correcting sharply. Expect price declines of 12 to 18% in 2025. 1. South Metro Atlanta, Clayton County, South Fulton, etc. The area seeing the most dramatic crash in 2025? South Metro Atlanta, especially Clayton County, South Fulton, and parts of Henry County. These areas saw unsustainable growth during the pandemic as investors and remote workers flooded in. Now, investor sell-offs, rising foreclosures, and stagnant job growth are hammering the market. Clayton County home prices are already down 11% year over year, with some neighborhoods seeing drops of 20% or more. So what does this mean for you? If you're a home buyer, be cautious in these markets. Wait for prices to stabilize and negotiate hard. If you're an investor, avoid areas with high foreclosure rates and stagnant job growth. Do your research. Watch population trends, employment data, and inventory levels before making a move. And remember, not all of Georgia is crashing. Cities like Savannah, Alpharetta, and Athens are holding steady or still growing due to strong economies and diversified populations. Which city on this list surprised you most? Drop a comment below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you stay ahead of every real estate trend in 2025. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.